Well, happy Monday, guys. This is probably my 10th take of trying to make this video. So I'm going to try to make it short and sweet and to the point. This morning, I posted up a picture of the Fiesta Ranch Beans that I have been making. And many of you wanted to see, in fact, all of you wanted to see a video on it. So I'm going to make a quick video for you guys. I will then package these up in a glass container, put them in my fridge, and we will use them for dinner tonight. Many of you have been requesting to see some of the ways that I cook with beans. You guys know I can a lot of beans. We eat a lot of beans here. We've replaced some of our meat meals during the week with beans, and this is one of the ways that I have done it, and my family loves these. Not only do they make great bean burritos, but they also are great in a dip. So I do sometimes make a big, kind of like a big nacho dip for dinner, load it full of, usually I add meat, but you can do it meatless and load it full of good veggies and homemade salsa, and it's fantastic. The kids love it. I serve it with side of warm tortillas and some chips, and it makes a great meal. I'm going to show you how I make them. Now, I am using, of course, a jar of my home canned pinto beans. I know not all of you can, though. So for those of you who don't can your own, I would replace it with 2 cans of pinto beans, store-bought pinto beans. So I'm going to open these up, all right? And then you just want to hear that ping. Then if you're using home canned, you always want to take a look at it. Make sure it looks good, smells good, and you should be good to go, especially if you have a nice strong seal. I'm going to drain some of the liquid out of this. So if you're using store canned, you want to kind of drain them. I don't worry about draining them or rinsing them or anything like that. I just want to get some of the liquid out of the jar, so my beans are going to look just like that. The key ingredient is Fiesta Ranch, and this is from Hidden Valley. It gets sold in a packet just like this. I know some people struggle finding this. I am one of those people at times that struggle finding this. I'm going to leave you a link to my girlfriend Lisa over at Sutton's Days. She has an online book that she just came out with, all on Fiesta Ranch recipes. It's fantastic. But in that, she has 2 knockoff recipes that are identical to Fiesta Ranch. So I'll leave a link down below to her. I believe she's selling it on Etsy. It's only a couple bucks, so worth it. And she has the copycat recipes for the Fiesta Ranch mix down in her book. So I will leave that down below for you guys. And let's get to making some Fiesta Ranch beans. This is so much easier than refried beans, and you're not adding any lard or anything like that to it. Or I know some people make refried beans in oil. I personally use lard. Again, I'll leave a link. I'll make sure I leave a link to that video up above in a card. But I no longer make refried beans. I make these. The kids like them more, and so does hubby. So, all right, I'm going to show you how I make them. Let's get over to this side. Bringing you in as close as I can. I know I'll get questions on this pot. This is an enamel cast iron pot. I actually got it at Aldi's. It was on clearance for $7, and I love it. I use it almost every night to cook dinner. Okay, so I'm going to just empty my jar of beans right into the pot. And again, if you're using store-bought, just empty your cans. So we're going to plop them in, and then I'm going to set this over kind of, well, you know, this is cast iron, so it heats up pretty well. So I put mine over like a low heat, but you might want to put it over medium low heat if you were doing it like in a stainless steel or something like that. Now what I use for this, I use a half a packet of the Fiesta Ranch, and the other half of this packet was used last night for dinner. So I'm going to use up the other half now. So what I do is I just sprinkle, actually dump, it's probably more like it, That right on top. And then I add extra ranch to mine. Now I buy mine in bulk at Sam's Club, but if you don't buy it in bulk, you might just want to buy it in a package, because we like it extra ranchy, if you will. So I'm gonna add another heaping tablespoon of that ranch right in there like that. Now to this, it's going to be, I guess, eyeballing it. I don't measure anything, guys. So if I had to guess, probably a half of teaspoon, maybe a little less than that, of salt. We're gonna add probably, I don't know, I'm just gonna do a sprinkle, light sprinkle of black pepper. Probably not even an eighth, just a sprinkle. A little sprinkling of granulated onion. I would say probably half a teaspoon, and probably a quarter teaspoon of the garlic. Not much, maybe an eighth of a teaspoon. That's all going to, you know, be up to you and what flavors you like. So if you don't like onion, leave the onion out. If you don't like garlic, leave the garlic out. This is just how I make it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and give this a stir. Now don't taste, if you're using home canned beans, you don't want to taste this until you get this to boil. Okay, that's just for safety, because we're using a home canned product. All right. So we're just going to give this a stir. It already smells fantastic. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on this. And I'm just going to let this warm up slowly on a low heat. And I'm going to keep coming back at it every couple minutes, giving it a stir. But once this reaches a boil, I will bring you back and we will taste it. We will kind of doctor it up from there, whether or not it needs a little bit more ranch or a little bit more, you know, garlic or onion. But usually this is pretty spot on. So when this comes to a boil, I'll bring you guys back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, guys, so this is now to a boil. As you can see, this pot just is beautiful cooking. I mean, a low heat, and it's beautiful. So now we're gonna taste it. Now that it's brought to a boil. So we're gonna taste it, and this is where we're going to tweak it if it needs any tweaking. And nope, that is perfect. Okay, now for the creamy part. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out of my fridge here a brick of cream cheese. If you buy cream cheese in a tub, that's fine too. You don't need much. I would say maybe, not even a quarter. I would say maybe a sixth of a brick, okay? That's it. Just a little cube, okay? And plop that right in, and that's what's going to give you your creaminess. So just stir that in and get that all incorporated. And the cream cheese, sorry, you're gonna hear Mina. The cream cheese is what makes it creamy. So don't forget to add this. Again, like I said, it doesn't matter if you use it by the brick or if you have it in the tub. You just need about, I would say about a tablespoon and a half, maybe 2 tablespoons. I just wing it because, you know, I don't measure. So just cut off a section, and if you want it creamier, add a little more. It's always better to add a little more than to add too much and then kind of regret it. So okay guys, and that is it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour this right into a glass container. And that is it. Now, I said, use this for bean burritos. You can use this as a dip. I plan on making this and putting it in one of those little mini crocks for camping, because I can put it right into the little warm up mini crock, keep it hot, and we can have a nice bean dip. But use it in any way you want. We've been using it in taco salads, a little bit of tortilla chips crunched up. You can add meat if you want to add meat. If you don't want to add meat, leave the meat out. Just add this, of course, your lettuce and, you know, all of your toppings, the olives, the cheese, the tomatoes, the scallions, you know, anything that you like. And you can always doctor this up too. If you wanted a little bit more Fiesta Ranchy, add a little bit more mix to it. I have found half ratio works the best, at least for my family, with the little added extra bit of ranch added to it. So you could definitely mix in Rotel with this, or, you know, I serve it with homemade salsa that I can. The sky's the limit. So, and for anyone who doesn't like pinto beans, this is fantastic. With black beans as well. I've made it both ways, and my family loves it. And it's just one of the ways that we have, you know, kind of substituted meat and made some meatless dinners once to twice a week. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to one of you, and let me know if you have tried this down below in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you soon, guys. This was like a spur of the moment video where I just turned on the camera, so and then I'll use this tonight. In fact, I might make bean burritos now for dinner, and and now half the work is already done for me. But you see how quick and easy this is. It's a really fast, easy, and delicious snack, meal, whatever you want it to be. So, all right, guys, I'll be seeing you soon. Bye, guys.